Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Fuel for Success, episode number 35. It's good to see everybody on here. Great to see you this morning, Matt.
Good to see
It
you,
is
man.
Tuesday.
I love the touch of your shirt, episode 35, my friend. That's pretty creative.
Well, got me thinking that was my old number back when I played ball, so I grabbed my jersey and hung it up instead of writing it on the whiteboard. So there we go. Um, Hey, today is Tuesday, which is life coaching and motivation, which is a great topic to have on this gorgeous Tuesday. It's going to be 40 degrees here in Minnesota today, my friend.
Mm.
40 degrees. That's almost summertime.
That is like almost like swimming weather for you guys, isn't it, man?
It is. It's almost swimming weather.
So much I take for granted here in Florida, bro. It's so beautiful here, man. I mean, beautiful. Beautiful today.
Well, if we're lucky, within about 60 days, within about 2 months, most of the ice will be melted off of the water, and we'll be able to go fishing. So,
I cannot
in
fathom
about two
that.
months.
Cannot fathom. Today's one of those days, Mike, where I got to stay very focused because it would be so easy for me to go to the beach today because it literally feels like a summer day. It is
Wow.
beautiful here today. I haven't checked the exact temperature, but I'm guessing we're definitely hitting close to 70. Tough to stay focused when that happens. 73
Yes.
right now. St. Pete Beach, it's 70 and sunny all day. Not fair. But the good news is it's going to be raining the rest of the week, and I'm out of here. I like it when it rains when I leave. I like it for it to be
Yeah.
sunshine when I get back. Going
Well,
to
it's going to be like
Nashville this
40
week.
here, and then we're going to. Exactly. We're leaving tomorrow, and tomorrow the temperature's dropping again. So we're just going to enjoy the warmth and then get out of here before it hits below zero again this weekend.
You guys will probably get
Um,
another snowstorm. I heard there's school closings in Ohio right now because of snowstorms.
is that right?
It's nuts. Well, good to see
Hey,
everybody that's joined us live today. And for those that are watching later on the archive, thank you so much. We do this show daily, Fuel for Success, every day at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is about life coaching and motivation, Mike, where we dive into topics that relate to our life and help us become stronger and better and more successful with our life. Bring a little bit of motivation, a little bit of encouragement. Excited about it, man.
I'm excited about it as well. I'm looking forward to seeing you too. We'll
We'll have fun in
probably
Nashville.
Thursday. Yeah, by Thursday we'll be doing the show together
That'll be
in the
fun.
same room, which should be exciting. And tomorrow probably from on the road somewhere, right?
Yes.
Um,
Got a new
awesome.
guest on the show today,
Well, hey,
Robin Pilcher. I met him on Facebook today. Looking forward to connecting with you,
yeah,
Robin. My man Brad connected us. So he appreciate him taking time to be on our show today, man. And everybody else that took
welcome,
time
Rob.
to be with us live today, and those that are watching later, we're grateful for that. So let's get started with what we have today. Let's get some discussion going. And then, of course, one of the benefits of this show is the chat box. People can make comments. I'd like to get your feedback on topics that we talk about. I like it when people interact. And of course, you can ask any question you want. So, our topic today, Mike, why don't you take us away and tell us what we're going to be talking about today with life coaching and motivation?
Awesome. Well, one of the greatest hurdles that people have in becoming successful, and of course, the show is all about us becoming more successful. One of the hurdles we have to overcome is the sort of the addiction to people pleasing. And I'm wondering if you can help us a little bit today and um, talk about some of the issues surrounding, you know, pleasing people and how we can overcome that. And I want to encourage our viewers that are here with us as well to ask questions and interact as we go.
Well, Mike, let me tell you right now, this whole issue of people pleasing is out of hand in most people's lives. Most people are experiencing high level depression, frustration, and emptiness because they cannot break free from feeling like they need to please everybody, or they have this addiction. I really believe it's an addiction. Like, people need real help with it. It's an addiction for approval. You need everybody to be happy with you. If you need everyone to like you, there's no way possible you're going to live your passion and be highly successful in life. Because what I teach people about passion is that it does two things. It draws people to you and it pushes people away. And you have to
Mm.
accept that the day you break free and the day you become what you were born to become, and the day that you truly live your truth and follow your passion and really truly go for it, you're going to have enemies, you're going to have critics, you're going to have people that are simply not going to like you. You're going to have people that liked the old you. They liked it when you were average. They liked it when you were the employee that would hang out and drink coffee and gossip about everybody. They don't like the you that's over there reading a success book. They don't like the new you that's real positive and doesn't want to waste time at work, doing busy work. They don't like the you that's got your head down and you're focused and you can't small talk right now because you're executing. So you got to understand that this transition from average to success, those that were intricately involved in your life when you were average, most of them will not be able to continue the journey with you because they want the old you back. And you're going to have to accept that you're going to have haters and critics and people that are not going to understand your passion. In fact, I knew this question was coming, so I made a few notes, and I'm going to go ahead and give you just 10 quick ways to overcome people pleasing. Number one, I honestly believe every one of us should make our highest priority in life to please God. Again, to please God. If you try to please every single Christian, I've got people that are very spiritual that I'll never be able to please. I've got Christian friends that have standards that Jesus couldn't live up to. I mean, their standards are higher than what Jesus holds people to. So I just accept the fact that my mission is to please God. And I understand
Right.
that in doing so, there's going to be some Christian people and some spiritual people or religious people that their standards are way beyond what I will ever live up to. So they're going to hate me. They're not going to like me. They're going to think that I'm, maybe carnal or worldly or, not a Christian. I'm okay with that. You have to be okay with that. Number two, if you're going to overcome people pleasing, you have got to be tenacious about always doing what's best for your family, period. Because, for example, I meet a lot of people that you allow your family to suffer because you're trying to please your boss and you're trying to please everyone else. You can't live your life that way. In fact, I have a list of people, a literal list here on my iPad, Mike. I'm a list maker. I have a list of people that I literally, what I consider are people that I feel like I need to please. These are people that I do my best to please. I live to please them. Like, I actually want them, I want their approval. I want their approval on 98% of my decisions and actions, right? But that's a small list. Like, that's a small list. I think I've got 5 maybe on that list, maybe 7. That's it. Like, if those 7 people are happy, I say this with grace. I say it with humility. I say it with consideration. I don't say this arrogantly or rude or like a jerk. But if those 7 people are happy, Mike, I don't care who else is unhappy. Do you understand that? Because that's what matters to me is obviously everyone that follows me understands that I'm going to do what's best for Caleb 1,000,000,000% of the time. So there's been times I've had to highly disappoint people. People that maybe have asked me to come and speak and be gone for a week. There's a good rhyme for you. I can't speak and be gone for a week. You know, I can't. I've made a commitment not to be away from my son more than 3 nights in a row. Now that's a big commitment. I've had to disappoint a lot of people. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that when he woke up this morning as a 12-year-old boy, he truly believes I'm the best dad in the world. Now, a lot of kids don't feel that way about their dad. They wish they had other dads. My son wouldn't trade dads with any dad in the world, my friend. So, number 3 is you've got to surround yourself with safe people. Our problem, Mike, the reason why we have this addiction for approval and why we're trying to please everyone is because we haven't carefully selected our inner circle. Some of you have inner circles that are toxic. You have inner circles that are dangerous. You have inner circles of people in your life that they do not have your best interest at heart. Period.
Mm.
And Mike, I'm careful with my inner circle. I'm very careful. And listen, I have thousands of friends. You hear me? I literally dial and make 80 to 100 calls a day. I know thousands of people. But my inner circle is sacred to me because I've selected that inner circle to be safe people. People that I know that if I do have to make a tough decision, they're not going to cut me off. They're not going to hate me. They're not going to go run my name through the mud. They're going to look me in the eye and say, look, I honestly don't agree with this. I don't think this is a good decision. But one thing I know about you is you can fall into a pile of you know what and still come out smelling good. Those are the people that believe in you, not that they agree. See, a lot of us are confused. We think everyone has to agree with our decision in order for us to do it. Not the case, my friend. But surrounding yourself with safe people will help you overcome, because at the end of the day, you know what? I got my family and I got my friends. I don't care about my haters. I really don't. Look at me. I literally do not care about my haters. They don't disturb me. They don't bother me. I still fall asleep like that. You hear me? I mean, listen, I'm cool with that because my friends, listen, I listened to a quote one time that changed my life forever. I'll never forget it. I think it was, I can't even remember who it was from, so I'm not even going to try to cite. Here it is. You ready? Your enemies will never believe your explanation, period. They'll never believe it. You could call them and say, listen, I didn't mean it that way. This is what I meant. And they'll never believe it. Your enemies will never believe it. You ready for this? Your friends, they don't care. You go to explain it to your friends and they cut you off. And they're like, what are you doing? I don't care. You know? So that's why your inner circle needs to be right. Number 4, the 4th step to overcoming people pleasing. I didn't get this out of a book. I just wrote this out of my own experience here. Don't spend one single ounce of your energy in life trying to please someone that is impossible to please. Do you understand this? Listen, there are people that literally you can't please them. You could be Jesus and you can't please them. Hear me? You you could be perfect and you still can't please them. So don't spend your one short life trying to please someone that you'll never please. I had to accept this about my own mom. I had to honestly come to a realization that even if I was Mother Teresa's brother, I'm never gonna win her. I'm never gonna please her. Matt says, "What if that's your boss? Put in your 2-week notice." Literally today, go in there and say, "I'm sorry, boss. I got to put in my 2-week notice." Because why work for someone that you can't please? In America, my friend, you can be homeless and broke and still become a millionaire. We'll talk more about that in a minute, Matt. I don't want you to quit yet. We'll break that down in a minute. I'll give you some strategies of how to please an unpleasable boss before you quit. Number 5, realize the dangers of pleasing everyone. See, believe it or not, when you try to please everyone, you're going to end up pleasing nobody. I believe it was
Right.
Bill Cosby said it best. Those that try to please everybody end up pleasing nobody. So the dangers of trying to please everyone, Mike, is that, first of all, it's going to leave you feeling empty and confused and frustrated, because if you try to please everyone, you're going to be like a hamster. Your life is going to go in circles and you're going to get nowhere. You'll never do anything when you try to please everybody. And I want everyone to be happy. Listen, I've got friends, Mike, that go into depression if somebody doesn't like them. I've got friends that, listen, that literally going like they can't get out of bed for 3 days because somebody wrote something bad about them on Facebook. Listen, people write stuff about me in blogs that I never read. Someone said the other day, someone wrote something about you in the blog. I didn't even care what the blog site was. It's ain't no sweat to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about it. You know, it's no big deal to me. People are gonna believe what they're gonna believe. People are gonna do what they're gonna do. People that know you, and the others, you know what? Your life over a period of time wins in the end, anyways. You know, so don't allow pleasing people to put you into this depression. I know you want everyone to like you. We all do, right? I know you want everyone to be your friend and everybody. You ready for this? I'm going to set you free for life. You ready for this? Here it comes, my friends. Give me a drum roll, Mike.
Sounding good?
Perfect.
I don't know if you can hear it.
You can't be best friends with everybody. Period. You can't. You can't sustain that. Not everybody. There's going to be people that are going to be disappointed because they want more out of you than what you can give. So you got to be willing to say, I'm sorry, I can't give anymore. I'm not a robot. I'm a human being that's only got 24 hours in a day and only so much time and energy. And when you live by priority and you take care of your health and your spiritual life and your family and your career, there's not much time for unhealthy people, Mike. There's not time for people to get their feelings hurt if you don't hold your hand every 5 minutes and sing Kumbaya with them, you know, and tuck them in every night. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. I don't mean that rude. I just ain't got time for people that get their feelings hurt all the time. You can't be a person that gets your feelings hurt every 5 minutes in life. And that's just good stuff right there, my friends. Number 6 is I really believe in this whole discussion of trying to please everyone, Mike, that we do need to be considerate and we do need to be kind and we do need to be classy about it. And we do need to we need to be humble in our strength and in our confidence and in our clear decisions. So, like for me, having said everything I just said, I'm still cool about it to a degree, I feel. And in my confidence, I still try to be kind and classy about it. I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want to be one of those people that say, well, that's just how it is. If you don't like it, hit the road. I don't want to be that way because I really do care about people and I really do want as much as humanly possible to please people. But when I can't please somebody and I got to make one of those tough decisions, Mike, then I believe we should still be classy about it and kind and
Hmm.
considerate and humble, right?
Right.
So I
Absolutely.
have 4 other points, but I'm going to stop here for questions. Um, and then maybe we'll get back to these 4 points today. And if not, we'll get to them next Tuesday in our life coaching and motivation, my friend.
Good. So everybody, go ahead and ask questions or comment about situations that you may be going with. And as you're typing that out, I'm going to pull something out, Matt, that you talked about. The your number three was, to have safe people. Actually, somewhere in between two or three, you talked about the list of people that that it's important to you to actually please them. Now, can you talk a little bit about the role of is that a because of a responsibility situation? So how is that? How do you sort of determine who
Well, I'll
the
give you an
people in your life
example.
are that are healthy to please?
I'll give you an example. Like I'm going to give you I'm going to be very transparent at this moment, okay? I'm going to just pull it out and call a spade and just say it the way it is, okay? I'm going to be 90 years old. 90 in 18,849 days. Do you have any idea how much value I place on those 18,849 days? Case in point, raw transparency. I was scheduled to go speak at a church, and the pastor canceled me because I let my son play baseball, right? So watch this. You ready? Talking about safe people. Now, he goes to the rodeo like twice a month, but he's upset that I let my son play baseball. I'm just being extremely transparent. So
Okay.
That is not a safe person to me. You know what I'm saying? That is not somebody that I want to try to win their approval. I'm kind to them when I see them, but I don't deem that as a safe person. Like someone that would not have me come speak in their church because I let my son play baseball, right? Another example of safe people are people that talk behind your back, or people that they lie. I think anyone that's dishonest, I believe in honesty. Honesty's tough. That's why people lie so much. But you can't have people in your inner circle that are deceptive. I like people to shoot me straight, even if it hurts. The truth will set you free. So, Mike, someone that's unsafe is someone that they cut you off, or they might they might, I don't know. What about you, Mike? What do you think?
Well, I'm actually, I was thinking about it in terms of there's a place where there's people that it's important for us to sort of consider their opinion. Like you said, there are people that it's important for you to please them, and it's less about pleasing that person and more about being responsible, right? There, like your son, for example, you have a responsibility to your son. I would assume probably your pastor is on that list because you have a responsibility to your pastor. And
You're
when
on
I
that
think about
list,
the
Mike.
people that I'm
You're
that
on that list as my
and
business partner.
and that's uh, it ends up being an issue of responsibility. There's people that we have responsibilities to, and so those are the people that we should focus on. What are their opinions in my decisions, because ultimately we both made decisions that have disappointed people. You talked about that. People
Yeah.
that are even important in our lives, and people that may have authority in our lives, but we don't necessarily always agree, and sometimes we have to make decisions that aren't 100% pleasing.
Yeah,
uh, I think,
absolutely.
and you were talking about, yeah, you were talking about safe versus toxic, and one of the things that I think can differentiate that is their reaction. To see the reaction of someone when you make a decision that they don't agree with. That
Yeah.
sort of helps you understand which side of the fence they fall on.
Yeah, and Mike, here's the bottom line. You ready for this? And what you just said was gold. People can't hide who they are. It's going to come out. So you really don't have to do anything. You will know who's safe and who's not safe. The people that are not safe do not belong in your inner circle, no matter how hard that is to swallow. It could be your own flesh and blood brother, it could be your mom, it could be your boss, it could be your close friend, someone that you love to hang with, but they're not a safe person. And the reason why you need safe people, Mike, because I believe life is all about energy. And this is why most
Mm,
people are not living highly successful lives, because they have no energy left, because they have too many energy drainers in their life, too many people that zap the energy, kill their fire, their wet blankets, their negativity. They drain you. They're a leech. You don't want leeches in your life. You want people that believe in the law of giving, sowing, and reaping. Mike, you've done a lot for me, but I hope in turn I've done a lot for you. And that's how it's supposed to be. You
right.
cannot
Yes.
have one-sided relationships, or one-sided friendships, or one-sided connections. You need people in your life that are just healthy emotionally and mentally. Low self-esteem is killing us. Insecurity is killing us. Insecurity is killing relationships. When if you're dating or married to somebody that's extreme, you know what John Maxwell says that I think it was life changing for me? If your
What's that?
self-esteem does not match your dream, you'll never reach your dream. So you have to build your confidence and self-esteem in life. You cannot accept a defeated mentality. You have to, okay, Matt, do that. I'll be more than happy to help you with that, my friend. Shoot me an email with your questions, and I'll be happy to help you. You know what I'm saying, Mike? Your
Yeah.
self-esteem and your security, secure in who you are. I got friends that are mad if I hang out with other friends. What? Mike, if you go fishing tonight with a buddy, I'm not going to be like laying at home, in my bed with my eye pillow on, or watching some chick flick depressed, eating a tub of ice cream because you're out fishing with another friend. That's crazy. Go fish, Mike. Tell me how it goes.
I would, but I'd break my bobber. Hey, the there's a sometimes we get it stuck in our head that there has to be a give and a take in every relationship, and a good healthy relationship is very symbiotic. And you touched on it before, that you've done a lot for me, I've done a lot for you. Everybody can win, right? There's not necessarily a winner and a loser in a relationship. It's not a giver and a taker, it's a giver and a giver.
You know
That's
what
a
real
good healthy
relationships do?
relationship.
They don't keep score. Let's say you buy my meal, Mike. You know what I'm saying? And let's say you buy it again. I'm not over there keeping tabs, and neither are you. It just kind of flows. Like sometimes I'll grab the ticket, sometimes you'll grab it, sometimes we'll fight over it, sometimes we'll rip the money in half. Not really, but we'll hide money in each other's, laptop bags or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
But at the end of the
Yeah,
day, true friends don't keep score. You know,
right.
True friends are just mature, they're whole, they're healthy. They don't get offended easily, they don't get their feelings hurt all the time. They're just, hey, you know what? I know Mike meant well. When he did what he did, he really did. There's two types of people in your life. There's people that treat you unfairly that meant to do it. Those people run from. Then there's people that they don't mean to do it. It's like what Jesus said, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they do. You got to be willing to give people the benefit of the doubt that they meant well. And we don't give
That's
people the
huge.
benefit of the doubt enough.
I agree. That is huge right there. We need to give people the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what? They probably meant well. We would avoid a lot of misunderstandings.
I just think too many people, Mike, are harsh and judgmental towards others. And this is why, let's go back to this standards thing in a lot of churches. The Bible teaches us to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. Dude, you're just not going to please everyone. Listen, I've got friends that are against everything, man. I'm not going to please. I got friends that, you know, I'm not even going to open the can of worms. They're just against everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's go. One
Um,
last question over the last 3 minutes or 2 minutes, Mike. Did anybody
hey,
put
who
up
has
any
a question?
questions in here?
I don't have any that we haven't answered yet. Um, this has been great stuff about uh, you know f- really about getting away from the addiction of approval. And
Mike, I struggled with it. Listen, I struggled with it big time. It took me years to break this. Dude, I was one of the people that would get so like bent out of shape if someone didn't like me. And I finally just had to break out of it. It took time, but I'm out of it now. Now I know people don't like me and I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I want people to like me. I don't ever want to be a jerk or rude or ever want to mistreat. I don't even want to mistreat my enemies. So that's where
right.
I'm at with it. I know I have them. I know I have haters. You have haters, Mike. We have critics. You got people that are jealous of you. Listen, if you hear someone that's always talking and putting someone else down, they're a jealous person. True winners build people up, they brag on others. If you hear someone that's always putting down how a girl looks, or, just every time, maybe it's a singer putting down another singer, one businessman putting down another businessman. True champions don't talk like that. True classy people um, praise another person's success and another person's
Right.
strengths.
It's good.
Well, Mike, we got something
Um,
cool happening tonight. We have a 9:30 live broadcast for Mission 25 tonight. Um, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're doing a live broadcast. Tomorrow, we have our Fuel for Success at 11 a.m., but we also have one tonight at 9:30 specifically talking about what's going on with Mission 25. So, hey, thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to be with us today. Those that watch live, Robin, thank you for hanging with us. Looking forward to meeting you, my friend. I loved all the comments. I appreciate everybody being open and honest. Hey, guys, go live your life. Take what I said to heart and really truly live it. Don't waste your one short life pleasing people you'll never please, pleasing people you weren't meant to please. Be real, be honest, be a good communicator, but be strong and be confident and be secure and be sure. We love you, man. Mike, thanks. Hey, enjoy being with you today, my friend. We'll be seeing you
It's great.
tomorrow at 11 a.m. God bless all of you guys. And don't forget, fuelforsuccess.tv is where you can go to watch any episode that we have shared in any of our previous 35 talk shows. Tell your friends about it. Tell your family about it. Fuelforsuccess.tv.
God bless.